Ask an Expert.
Hi, my name is Jonathan Dorn, and I'm a Senior Associate Scientist at Abt Associates. For the past decade, Abt has been supporting the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency in developing an air pollutant emissions database known as eGRID. Recently, the EPA released the latest update to eGRID that lets you visualize the characteristics of electric power generation in the United States. Today I'm going to answer some common questions I've heard about eGRID and why the new Data Explorer is so exciting. So when I discuss eGRID with folks, a lot of times they'll stop me and say, hey, well, what is eGRID and why does it matter? Who uses eGRID? So eGRID stands for the Emissions and Generation Resource Integrated Database. It's a database of environmental characteristics of electric power generation in the United States. It includes data such as electricity generation, criteria in greenhouse gas air pollutant emissions, such as nitrogen oxide, sulfur dioxide, and carbon dioxide. So this information is presented at the plant level, state level, regional levels, and also at the U.S. total national level. eGRID is valuable to many users. So in the user community, we have the federal government, state and local governments. We have non-governmental organizations. We have individuals, companies, and academia. And the real usefulness of eGRID to these companies is so that they'll learn more about the environmental impacts their electricity uses are having. And so eGRID data really helps individual consumers understand the environmental impacts of their own electricity usage, such as their carbon footprint or how much air pollution their electricity consumption generates. So another question that I often get is, what's so special about this data release, and how does it benefit the user community? So eGRID 2018, which was released earlier this year, was developed faster than any prior version. So this was really closing the gap between when the raw data are available and when the processed data are actually released. So this is exciting because up-to-date information on the characteristics of electricity generation are essential when crafting policies to reduce air pollution. Another exciting development is the release of the new eGRID Data Explorer. You should really check out this cool new data visualization tool at epa.gov/eGRID. Select the power plant you're interested in and extract, the characteristics of that power plant that are interesting to you. And so by making the data more accessible, we're really hopeful that more people will be able to access the data and understand the data, and the data will be, more useful to a broader user community. Another question that I get pertains to COVID. So with all the buzz in the news around how COVID is impacting our daily lives, especially the impacts that energy use and associated air pollution are under, kind of these stay-at-home orders, people often ask, how can eGRID be used to understand, some of the impacts? And so due to these stay-at-home orders, it's likely that a lot of electricity consumption is shifting from businesses to homes. So eGRID can be used to understand how the carbon footprint of businesses might be shifting to homeowners and whether the overall carbon footprint is lower or higher. In addition, the next edition of eGRID 2020, which will be released probably in around a year and a half, will actually reflect how the COVID pandemic has impacted electricity generation and the associated pollutant emissions in the United States. So this is all the time I have for today, but you can learn more about eGRID at epa.gov/eGRID. And if you have more questions, send them through on social media using the hashtag AskAbt. Thanks.